Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the In-Groove in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm doing the new arrival video for Friday, October 22nd, 2021. There is a ton of stuff, ton of box sets, and some MoFi stuff I'm going to show you guys this week. Okay, for pre-orders, the big one, and this is probably going to be the biggest album of the year. I mean, this is probably like a hands-down home run. I don't even know probably why I'm saying that. The Billie Eilish sold really well, but Adele's next album, 30, is coming out November 19th. So although it's one of the, on the tail end of this year, I don't see that album not being the #1 album sold at the end of 2021. So that is on the website now, available for pre-order. They're doing a new version of Kiss's Destroyer. It's essentially going to be the album, and then it's a 2-disc set. There's a bonus disc, 12 tracks, bonus tracks, 10 of them unreleased. That's coming out November 19th, so right before Thanksgiving. Same thing with the Adele, same week. I'll be curious how many people order the Kiss and the Adele. I'll see if that's even a thing. I'm going to have to look. At the end of the week, when everybody's got the pre-orders in, I want to see if anybody ordered Kiss and Adele on the same ticket. November 5th, new album by Gregory Porter. There's a few things, once again, that I can't show you that will be here in the next day or two. The big one is the Rolling Stones Tattoo You. Box set, CD, single disc, and a double disc. That'll all be here later this week. Still have that on the website under the pre-order tab. I get it probably, I think Thursday it's due, later today it's due to come in, and it'll start shipping the same day. Also another big one, Love Supreme Live, John Coltrane. That will be here this week. There was a Lana Del Rey vinyl record that was scheduled to come out this week. Blue Banisters, looks something like this, but only made of vinyl and not plastic. That is not coming out until November 12th. It's been pushed back. I guess vinyl manufacturing delays. If you have a cassette player, you are good to go because I have the cassette. This is the red shell cassette. I know that's becoming common now. They're starting to make, like they'll make indie exclusive vinyl records. They're making indie exclusive cassette tapes. This is the this is a red shell cassette. I don't know if that's indie exclusive or not. I don't think they're doing an indie exclusive on this album though. But yeah, that's been pushed back till November 12th. I bought, also on a side note, but it's on the website, so I figured I'd tell you guys. I bought a massive MoFi collection, mostly sealed stuff, some of the more recent titles, but a lot of stuff that's, 5, 6, 7 years out of print. I've just started putting it on the website. There's old one-steps on there, Bill Evans, Marvin Gaye, everything up to just like recently, like the Monk. Old albums like, Tiger Lily. Great album, Nilsson Schmilsson. Pixies, Bossa Nova, man, that's been out of print for 5 years maybe. It's been a long time. Allman Brothers, so there's a ton of great titles. I only have some of the stuff on the website right now, but I will have the rest of it on the website here in the next couple days. So this stuff is all found in our pre-owned section. So if you go to the very top of the page of the website, in the categories, click the pre-owned section. Although these are brand new sealed records, they're not pre-owned, that's where I list them. Anything that is not an in-print, reorderable album, meaning something I can get, it's still in print, there's more coming. If I have it, it moves over to the pre-owned section. So pre-owned, still sealed is where we're at with that. All right, let's check out this week's new arrivals. First thing I'll show you is the box sets. This I didn't show you last week, but technically this was a new arrival last week. This is the Beatles Let It Be box set. I listened to this and I'm quite pleased. My favorite thing out of this is actually the Get Back. The album was originally mixed by Glenn Johns. This was rejected by the band. I really like the flow of that album, the way it is. The outtakes, not as good as, for instance, Abbey Road was, or the Escher demos from the White Album, but this is still a fun listen. This is the biggest of the anniversary box sets they've done. As you can see, this thing is pretty massive. You got the album, sessions, Get Back. You have an EP with, what is it? The EP is Across the Universe, so some Glenn Johns mixes that were unreleased. And then it has the Let It Be new mix of the original single, Don't Be Down, new mix of the original single. We've got a box set from Sepultura. This is the studio albums, 2008 to 2009. All right. Another box set. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. B-Sides and Rarities, Parts 1 and Parts 2. Kind of not sure how well that's going to show up on camera. Nothing on the spine. All white. All white jackets. And this is actually something that was impossible to get for a little while. I got not nearly enough. Then I got a restock on them. This is the Metallica Black Album box set. Pretty neat. I gave this to my son for his birthday. He was loving it. He spent 25 minutes laying it out all over my living room floor, taking pictures of it, posting it to his Instagram. Pretty cool. There's a lot in that if you are a Metallica fan. Mostly CDs, but I listened to the record as well. The first thing he wanted to do, and the main reason he wanted that is because he wanted to hear that album on my stereo, but it sounded pretty good. All right. I'm actually really looking forward to this. I'm loving the fact that they're doing more Christmas-related stuff in the audiophile realm, and that's really something you're seeing for the first time this year. There was titles in the past, the Vince Guaraldi Trio, Charlie Brown Christmas, the Wonderful Sounds of Christmas, but we're seeing more of them this year than we've had in the last 10 years combined. But Ella wishes you a swinging Christmas. This is a fantastic album. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. This is part of the Universal series. So much like a Tone Poet, in the fact that it's all tip-on jacket, analog mastering. These are pressed at QRP though, rather than RTI. All right, after many, many delays, we finally have Freddie Hubbard's Ready for Freddie. This was scheduled to come out, I want to say a couple months ago, but it has finally been released. That is going to be shipping this week. Had a lot of Echo and the Bunnyman titles that were released for Rocktober last week. Crocodiles was the missing title that didn't come until this week. So I have that, and I have, I think I still have some of the other 3 or 4 titles that were released. Check the website. I'm not sure that they're keeping these things in print, guys. I'm pretty sure these are Rocktober one and dones, but I'm not 100% sure. Sometimes the Rocktober titles get picked up, but in most cases, they do not. They go out of print, and they stay out of print. For Rocktober, they also did the soundtrack Heavy Metal. This is on red vinyl. All right. Overcast, Atmosphere, debut full-length album, remastered from the original 24-track tapes. Wow, this album's from the 90s. I'm surprised that this was recorded to 24-track tape. Oddly enough, but yeah. Maybe it was a budget studio. They didn't have the digital set up. Duran, Future Past. This is the limited transparent red vinyl version. Yeah, new album by Duran. I know somebody, one of my customers, is going to be very, very happy that this is here because he has called me 25 times on this album in the last 4 months, giving me all the updates, telling me when it's coming, what's going on, the delays, the whole works. So Norm, come pick up your album. It's finally here. All right, Kingfish. Fantastic, killer guitar player. This is on Alligator. Wye Oak Civilian? Plus Cut All the Wires. Big release this week from Lay Luz. Got quite a few phone calls on this one. This is the first run on colored vinyl. That's pretty cool. They put a little sticker on there that specifically tells you you're getting a first run. All right, Rob Zombie's latest album, they did a special variant of it. This is Oxblood and Orange Swirl with Black Splatter. Actually, I'm a Rob Zombie fan. Saw him the last time he was in town. It's a good show. Let's see. I think this is another Rocktober type title. Brick and mortar exclusive. What is this? Capone Nagoria? The War Report? Red and blue colored vinyl? You'll have to tell me guys how bad I butchered that up. We got the Boy Scouts, Wayfinder. From ORG, Bad Brains, the self-titled album. This is a label that does a lot of jazz-related stuff, but they actually picked up the rights to the Bad Brains catalog, so they're starting to pump out the entire Bad Brains catalog. Another Rocktober title, Gimme Danger, the story of the Stooges. This is on ultra clear vinyl. Parquet Courts, Sympathy for Life. There's two versions here. Ooh, look at that. Again, another hype sticker. Special edition first pressing, which I'm guessing is going to be the indie store exclusive. It's on a tip-on jacket. Actually, cool, heavy, thick cardboard jacket. And then you've got just the standard version, which technically is the first pressing as well, because they both came out the exact same day today. But yeah, that's just a little cheaper packaging. All right, Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes, Sticky. Ooh, it includes a signed sticker sheet. Pretty cool. I loved when they throw in autographs. Fantastic, fantastic jazz label. We Release Jazz. Ryo Fukui, fantastic. Most of you guys know Serenity. Probably his most popular album here in the States anyways. The rest of his stuff is quite good. Dream Theater, A View from the Top of the World. This is a tan vinyl, possibly indie exclusive, or variant at least. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. So I showed you the box set version of this. This is B-Sides and Rarities Part 2. So maybe this is, I guess the box set is Part 1 and 2. We've got Part 2 here, which is 2 discs. Salou, 9. Ooh, I have not a clue what this is. But yeah, there it is. No Effects, Ribbed. This is an indie exclusive red and black splatter vinyl. And this is actually, yeah, that's how it comes. Factory sealed in a standard sleeve. What is this? Just a random Sturgill Simpson. That's actually been out for quite a few years. Let's see, the Allman Brothers Band. Fillmore East, 1970. This is the Cure for the Cause. This is a pink vinyl version. Every year for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, the labels actually do a run of these. Maybe 10 or 15 albums. They do them all on pink vinyl. So, yeah, this is just the pink vinyl variant of the album. And I'm pretty sure they donate proceeds to, yeah, cancer awareness. So this is something that came out a while back, and I talked to you guys a little bit about this on the live stream. So I saw this came out maybe a year ago. Dracula, Dirty Old Men. This is on Modern Harmonic. Has a DVD of the movie in it as well. I didn't think anything of it. Didn't think anything of it. So this comes in a couple weeks back. I only got a couple. This is Party Girls. And I listened to it, and I'm like, this album is absolutely fantastic. I loved it. It was killer. Everybody in the store loved it. Everybody wanted it. So this is essentially, they found, this is a, you know, maybe this is a 1960s kind of erotic type movie. I guess maybe nobody really knows. The movie is lost to time. We know the movie came out. There's information on here about where it premiered. We know the movie was made. We know the movie came out. But apparently some time ago, they found the original master tapes to the movie, the soundtrack, and they released this. They don't even really know who the artist was, so they kind of guessed at who the artist was by, you know, they kind of put together maybe even the artist's name based on what was on the box. But when I looked at it and I listened to it, I'm like, this is awesome. I wonder if they found anything else by this guy. Well, it turns out that the Dracula was done by him as well. I want to say it's Whit Boyd. I think they both came up under Whit Boyd. But both of these, and then I ended up going back and listening to them. It's really just absolutely fantastic, funky, loungy, cocktail jazz almost. You know, it's quite fantastic. I can't highly recommend both of these enough. They're both fun. This one, they actually have the movie. Wasn't lost to time, and you know, I'm sure the movie is absolutely atrocious. It just screams low budget at the very least. You know, but yeah, this includes the DVD and the soundtrack. This is just the soundtrack. But yeah, this is essentially about a house. You know, there's a snippet. One of the tracks on here is the trailer to the movie. And it's essentially it's a lesbian housewife who's only married for appearance's sake. And she's off doing other stuff while her husband's married. You know, this is kind of the trailer, but the trailer is really a musical track. Quite good. I recommend it. By request, we started getting some of the Brown Acid comps in. I think I have more of those you can check online. 21 Pilots. This is the 25th Ramen, so you know they're not 25 years old, but I think this is Fueled by Ramen. They did for their 25th anniversary. They did it on silver vinyl. Yusuf Kamal, Black Focus. Emma Jean Thackeray, Yellow. Chet Atkins Workshop by Modern Harmonic. Here's another really good Modern Harmonic title. The JNC Trio. Let's see. Listened to this once or twice for the first time, maybe a month ago. And yeah. Let's see. They list it as jazz, rockabilly, folk. I don't know why they do that with these releases. They just pretty much list every single genre of music available. I'm like, this is everything, guys. It's not, but this was a fun listen. Dead Can Dance, reissue of Spirit Chaser. Bad, Bad, Not Good. I'm pretty sure I showed you guys this last week, but there's two versions of it. Maybe this is the second one. There's an indie and a non-indie exclusive. Let's see. I think we got a little bit of duplication from last week. Let's see. The Bernice Whitfield Soul Savage Orchestra, songs from the Sun Ra Cosmos on Modern Harmonic. A lot of guys from that his original band went on and did a lot of stuff solo. And even while he was cutting stuff on his label Saturn, there was other players that were cutting albums as well. You think the Sun Ra records are hard to find. Try finding some of those players' records. Those are very difficult. Walter Bishop. This is an indie exclusive. Let me see. First ever LP reissue. This is not the indie exclusive. On Black Jazz. Fantastic. Spiritual jazz label. Adrian Youngage. The American Negro. Well, that's not a pleasant cover, I guess. And we'll not show you guys the back. We're going to leave that off the stream. All right. The Charlatans UK self-titled album. This is on marble yellow vinyl. Big Thief, Masterpiece. Yeah, I think I showed you guys this. I don't know if I guys showed you. I feel there's some duplication here, guys. I'm sorry. Phineas, his newest album. Actually, there was an indie exclusive autographed CD that I showed you guys last week. I'm not sure if I showed you the album. New Amy Winehouse picture disc, Back to Black. They just essentially did it as a picture disc. This title, for whatever reason, was actually extremely heavily allocated. I was shocked when I didn't even get my full order of picture discs. So it's spread into everything. So new releases, restocks, even picture discs. It's become next to impossible to get vinyl these days. All right, this what can I say? This is safely my second favorite movie of all time. Maybe my first favorite movie, but I want to say my favorite movie of all time is Casino. But Goodfellas, one of the greatest movies of all time, and an absolute killer soundtrack. Out on vinyl. Got this. I got The Bronx Tale. All I need now is Casino, so I can pretty much get my favorite movies of all time on vinyl. Now, one of the greatest soundtracks of all time. They're actually doing a redo of some Dollars trilogy stuff. So this is Fistful of Dollars. This, where was this made? I feel like these are maybe Italian or Spanish. I'm not sure. They're imports for sure. This is on clear yellow colored vinyl. A few more of them in here as well. Way Us Blood, Titanic Rising, indie exclusive rainbow vinyl. Ah, here we go. For a few dollars more. This is on limited edition crystal vinyl. I'm guessing that's just clear. Pat Metheny, Side Eye, New York City. I'm pretty sure this is just a live show, if I'm not mistaken. I'll actually crack this out over the weekend. Crack this and give it a try. I'm curious what this sounds like. Guided by Voices. Dracula versus Frankenstein. What do we got here? This is limited to 1,000 orange pumpkin pressing. Includes a poster of the front cover art. Yeah, the movie looks pretty horrible, but the soundtrack might be quite good. And we have another one, Mad Doctor of Blood Island. This is limited to 1,000 copies on green vinyl. This is on Real Gone Music. I gotta say, this looks a little bit more interesting as far as the movie goes. But I don't watch horror films, but I do like horror soundtracks. Don't even know if that is a horror film, though. Might be like a horror comedy from the look of it. Gus Dapperton, Orkra. This is kind of like, you could see I'm kind of like discovering a lot of this stuff for the first time because I didn't process this. So a lot of the people here, they're receiving these orders, they're building SKUs, they're processing these throughout the day. I ordered this stuff because I'm the one who does all the ordering for the store, but some of this stuff was ordered 3-4 months ago. I really have no idea what I'm looking. I'm with you guys. I'm finding this stuff out for the first time. This is one of those squirrely weeks of a lot of just randomness. More Mother. Atmosphere. You can't imagine how much fun we are having. Has a 24-inch fold-out poster. Maria, Super Clean Volume 1 and Volume 2. Every Time I Die, indie exclusive, colored vinyl, Radical. Side A, B, and C. There's no D side on this. I'm guessing that's maybe an etching, or maybe it's just blank. This is actually going to be quite cool. The replacements. So this is a 40th anniversary limited edition. 100 tracks on 1 LP and 4 CDs. So this is kind of very similar to the way they've done the door sets recently, to where they give you an album, but then they put all the bonus stuff on the CDs. A lot of alternates. Yeah, looks pretty solid. What do we got here? Previously unreleased live show from 1981 featuring the original lineup. I'll give this a listen to this week as well. But yeah, check out, guys, the MoFi stuff. You know, it's been a long, long time since it seems like MoFi has shipped anything out. I know they're starting to move the Eagles one steps. I will have those in the next couple of weeks. I've got very few coming, like I've talked about multiple times. When I do get them, I'll put them on our Instagram page, Facebook, for the locals. Once we close at 7 o'clock Arizona time, when that time rolls around, whatever's left will be on the website. Yeah, check us out online, www.theingroove.com. Until next time.